Hey, it's Mike Jacob coming at you from the beautiful foothills of Jerusalem. This week's Parsha, Tazria Mezora, talks mainly about the nega tzoraas. And Chazal are very clear about the nega tzoraas, which is a leprosy type thing, that it comes when people, ben adam lechavero is lacking, when people are not nice to one another, then nega tzoraas. They talk lashon hara, so nega tzoraas can come on a person, his clothes, or his house. And it's not a very pleasant thing. You have to go to the Kohen and try to solve the issue. So that's a nega tzoraas. Now, there's a word that's very similar to nega. Nega is nun gimel ayin. There's another word which has the same exact lettering, but it means something very different. And that word is oneg, a pleasure. Oneg Shabbos, we know that term that we use. Oneg is a pleasure. So how could it be the same letters can be a terrible thing, a nega, a blemish, and on the other hand, it could be an oneg, a pleasure. So I heard a very beautiful, very simple, beautiful idea from Rabbi Price in Telstone. He says like this. He says that nega, the ayin, the letter ayin is the last letter. And by oneg, the ayin is the first letter. He says by a nega, by a blemish, that's when a person, when it comes to connecting to other people, if we don't think, then it's a nega. We don't think. And the ayin, which means an eye, to analyze, to think, is last, that's a nega. But if the ayin is the first letter, if we think at first, then it's an oneg. What does that mean? That means if there's somebody that I, maybe can't relate to, comes from a different background, it's not the same as me, right? Like I deal a lot, in my real estate with Hasidim, right? That come, Yerushalmi people, right? I come from California. We have very different backgrounds. But if I think for a minute and I say, this guy's a Yerushalmi, he's a Chassid, he has a certain background, and he thinks for a minute, he says, I'm an American, I'm an American, I have my background, and you think for a minute, then the connection is a pleasure. It's an oneg to deal with people if you think, and then you deal with them. But if you don't think, and you just, this guy's different than me, whatever, then that's nega. Then that brings negativity and blemishes and problems. Another way of looking at it, I saw a quote actually, a very good quote, which I think is this idea. And the quote is, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind always, which means that you don't know what the other person's going through. Think before you react, and that will be an oneg. You could have a great relationship with him. If your thoughts are last, that's nega. So, thought for the week. Have a Shabbat Shalom. Take care.